Hello YouTube, I'm the Foam Witch.
What's your favorite scary movie?
If Scream is up there, I'm going to show you how to make this Ghostface mask from EVA foam. So, let's do this. I made a template for this which is available for free in the description of this video. This template only gives the pieces for one half, so to get the other side you need to flip the templates. Pieces number 1 get joined down the centre. The pieces for number 2 have this dart down the middle that need joining together, so it makes the piece curved. These pieces also then get stuck down the centre and stuck to the top of piece number 1, like this. The pieces of number 3 then get stuck either side, like this. The 2 pieces for number 4 get heated up with the heat gun and given a curve by pushing them out slightly. This is so that when they're stuck on, it looks like a kind of curved cheek area. The pieces for number 5 are to give the edges of the mouth area and they get stuck on like this, making sure to also join the very bottom edge. Just so you know, this is all 5mm foam. This shape then gets cut out and this is going to be used for the inner of the mouth, and it gets stuck in at a slight curved angle. You can also heat this up with the heat gun and push it in slightly to make it more curved. These shapes then get cut out to give the eyes, and these get stuck on like this. I then took some triangular foam dowel and stuck this on to give a nose ridge, with some much thinner foam dowel being stuck at the bottom and in the middle to join the nose together. The middle area of the eyes were then cut out. I also did this on the nose but then realised after that I didn't need to do this, so filled that back in. All of the edges then got sanded with a Dremel to tidy them up. I didn't go too mad with this because I was planning to cover the whole mask with foam clay. It was just to round off some of the edges a bit. And this is how it was looking once it was all tidy and it was ready for the foam clay. The materials, including the EVA foam, the foam clay and the flexi paint that I use later, were all provided by the incredible Tig Supplies, so make sure you go and check them out because their stuff is so good. If you also like crafting content like this, please think about subscribing to my channel, thank you! Now it was time to add the foam clay, and this got added all over the mask. This was just to hide any seams and make it look like one full piece. It also helped to sculpt the nose into a better shape. The nose at the top should have been a bit more pointed and curved, but I only realised after I'd finished making it, so oh well. This is how it looked once all the foam clay was completely dry after a full 24 hours. Because adding the foam clay made this mask a little bit rough, I wanted to smooth it out, so I took some 400 grit sandpaper and gave it a sand down. Make sure to be very delicate when sanding foam clay because if you're too rough or use too high a grit, it can pull it off of the project. And this is how it looked once all that foam clay was nice and smooth. It was then time to seal the mask, and because the mask is white, it made complete sense to use white flexi paint. This got brushed on by hand, and I think in the end I used 3 or 4 layers. This is how it looked once the flexi paint had fully dried, and you can still see some of the darker foam underneath. I don't know why I didn't make this in white foam. So I just went over this with a few layers of white airbrush paint just to give full coverage. Painting something to be pure white is one of the worst things you can paint. If anything lands on it when it's drying, like fluff or hair or dust or whatever, it shows up. Much like what some people think of me, it is very annoying. But after trying my best to avoid any dust, once the paint was dry, this is how it looked. To keep that paint nice and clean, I covered it in a few layers of this clear coat to make sure nothing got on the paint. It was then time to paint the mouth and the inner of the nose in black, so for this I used black flexi paint. Duh! Again, just brushing it on by hand, but I did add a few drops of black acrylic paint just to darken the colour. And this is how it was looking once all of the painting was complete. To fill in the gaps for the eyes, I had this black plastic visor material, which was perfect. Tracing around the middle part of the eye template, then cutting this out leaving an edge, and sticking both of these into the back of the mask using a hot glue gun. This is how it looked on the inside of the mask once these were stuck in. To make this mask wearable, I took some of this elastic and stuck it in at the back. Now at this point you could consider the mask finished, that would be fine. I however wanted to cover it in fake blood, but I just took this video in case that happened to go completely wrong. Now for the fake blood. I had this left over from when I made my Amanda Rebirth costume, and one is a spray that kind of spurts the blood on and one drips the blood. Because I'd sprayed the mask in a clear coat to protect the paintwork, it made it a little bit shiny, so the blood didn't stick particularly well, so I did have to do a few layers. But once the fake blood did decide to stick and I was happy with the amount on there, the Ghostface mask was complete. And I'm so happy that adding the fake blood didn't completely ruin it. If you were still watching this video, I want to give you a massive huge thank you. If you've enjoyed it, if you could give it a thumbs up that would be awesome. And if you like crafting content like this and still haven't subscribed to my channel, if you could think about doing that now, that would be incredible. Huge thanks again for watching, and all I've got left to say is, I'll see you next time.